I froze, heart slamming against my ribs, because in that split second, the world I'd built around us. Bros against the world, late-night pizza runs, and zero drama, shattered like cheap dorm glass. Roman, the golden boy from Ohio with the easy grin and the endless parade of sorority girls, wasn't just crying. He was unraveling, and the name on his lips, Lincoln, my ex from freshman year, hung in the air like a ghost I thought I'd buried. That night marked the fracture, the kind that starts with a whisper and ends in a roar. But back then, I didn't know it would drag us all into a vortex of lies, longing, and the brutal kind of love that leaves scars you wear like badges. My name's Elias, and this is how I learned that the straight lines we draw in college aren't just illusions. They're invitations to chaos. It was sophomore fall at New York University, the city pulsing outside our fifth-floor Washington Square Village dorm like a beast that never slept. Roman and I had lucked into rooming together after a lottery draw that felt like fate. Two Midwestern transplants navigating the concrete jungle. He was the jock, lacrosse captain, broad shoulders from years on the field, with hazel eyes that crinkled when he laughed, which was often. I was the artsy queer kid from Chicago, majoring in film studies, sketching storyboards in the margins of my notebooks while hiding my crushes behind sarcasm. We'd clicked instantly over shared disdain for the dining hall's mystery meat and a mutual love for binge-watching old Tarantino flicks until dawn. "Man, you're the only one who gets my weird humor," he'd say, slinging an arm around my shoulders after a game, his touch casual, brotherly. I'd nod, ignoring the spark that zipped through me, because Roman was straight, textbook straight, dates with cheerleaders, stories of hookups that made my stomach twist with envy I buried deep. I had my own flings, guys from the village bars, quick and forgettable, but nothing stuck like the quiet ache of watching him. Lincoln entered the picture like a thunderclap. We dated freshman year, a whirlwind of stolen kisses in the East Village and arguments over nothing that felt like everything. He was a theater major, all sharp cheekbones and sharper wit, with a laugh that could disarm you. But he ghosted me mid-semester, right after I confessed I was falling hard. "It's too intense, Elias," he'd said over text, then blocked me everywhere. I nursed the wound with bad poetry and worse decisions, until Roman became my anchor. We didn't talk about Lincoln after that. Roman knew the basics, enough to pat my back when I got drunk and ranted about betrayal, but he never pried. Until that rainy October night when everything spilled over. I pretended to be asleep after he hung up, my breath shallow as I listened to him pace. The floorboards creaked under his bare feet, and I caught snippets. "Yeah, I know. But what if he finds out?" The laptop screen flickered off, plunging the room into shadow broken only by the neon bleed from the streetlights below. Roman collapsed onto his bed, the springs groaning, and I swear I heard him whisper my name, Elias, like a question. Morning came too soon, gray light filtering through the blinds. Roman was already up, brewing coffee in our tiny Keurig, his back to me as he scrolled his phone. He looked wrecked, dark circles under his eyes, hair a mess. "Rough night?" I asked, voice casual, testing the waters. He jumped, nearly spilling the mug. "Yeah, family stuff. Dad's on my case about grades again." I could smell it, sharp as the steam rising from the cup. But I let it slide because that's what roommates do, especially when one of them is your unspoken everything. Classes dragged that day. My screenwriting seminar blurred into nonsense. All I could think about was Roman's voice cracking on Lincoln's name. By lunch, I was chain-smoking menthols on the quad, replaying the scene like a bad loop. Why Lincoln? What did my ex have to do with my straight roommate's midnight meltdown? I texted my friend Mia from the lit department, the only one who'd clocked my crush on Roman ages ago. "Spill," she replied instantly. Over greasy falafel at the halal cart, I unloaded, her eyes widening behind her cat-eye glasses. "Girl, that's SUS as hell," she said, waving a fry. "Straight guy crying over your ex? Either he's got beef with Lincoln or plot twist, by Curious Vibes." I laughed it off, but the seed planted. That afternoon, lacrosse practice ran late, so I headed back early, key jingling in the lock. The door swung open to find Roman on my bed, My bed. Flipping through an old sketchbook I'd left out. My heart stuttered. Those pages held everything. Drawings of him mid-laugh, abstracted nudes inspired by his form, a half-erased portrait of Lincoln with my angry scrawls over his face. He slammed it shut, face flushing crimson. Shit, Elias, sorry. I was just waiting for you. Borrow your charger. I snatched it back, pulse thundering. What's really going on, Rome? Last night. I heard you. His jaw tightened, that easy grin nowhere in sight. Heard what? Lincoln. You were on the phone with him, crying. The room shrank, air thick as the Hudson fog. Roman sank onto his bed, elbows on knees, staring at the floor. Seconds stretched like taffy. Finally, it's not what you think. Then what is it? My voice cracked, betraying the fear clawing up my throat. Fear that this would end us, the fragile bubble we'd built. He looked up, eyes haunted. Lincoln's my brother. Half-brother, actually. Same mom, different dads. We didn't know until last year, when she dropped the bomb during a family reunion. He's been guiding me through it. The identity stuff. Identity. The word hung electric. What identity? Roman rubbed his face, voice dropping to a whisper. I'm not as straight as I thought. Or hell, maybe I never was. Started questioning after. After seeing you with that guy last spring, the one from the film fest. It messed with me. Made me wonder. The confession landed like a sucker punch. Me? I'd been the catalyst? Joy flickered, warring with terror, because if he was cracking open, what did that mean for the walls between us? We talked for hours, words tumbling like the rain outside. Roman admitted the phone call. Lincoln, out and proud since high school, had been his secret lifeline. He's the only one who gets it, Roman said. Growing up in Ohio with dad's man-up bullshit. I buried it deep. But here, with you, it's like I can't anymore. I reached for his hand, tentative, and he didn't pull away. His palm was warm, calloused from sticks and strings, and in that touch, something shifted. Not fireworks, but a quiet ignition. You're not alone, I murmured. I've got you. That night, we didn't sleep much. Curled on my bed, fully clothed, we shared stories. His first crush on a teammate, mine on a neighbor boy. Laughter mixed with tears. The dorm feeling less like a cage and more like sanctuary. By dawn, as the city stirred, Roman kissed my forehead, soft as a promise. Thanks for not running. Little did I know the real storm was just brewing. The next weeks blurred into a fever dream of stolen moments. Roman came out to me fully, in fits and starts. A brush of fingers during study sessions, eyes lingering too long in the shower steam. We didn't label it, too soon, too fragile, but the air hummed with possibility. Lacrosse kept him busy, but he'd text mid-practice, "Miss your face." I'd reply with dumb memes, heart emoji hidden in code. Lincoln became the bridge, not the ghost. Roman arranged a coffee meet at a Washington Square cafe, the leaves turning crimson underfoot. I hadn't seen him in a year, but there he was, leaner, hair longer, that same disarming smile. Elias, he said, standing to hug me, no awkwardness. Heard you've been good for my little bro. Over lattes, the betrayal of our past thawed. Lincoln explained. He'd reached out to Roman after the family reveal, sensing a kindred spirit. I knew he was struggling, he said. And yeah, I remembered you. Figured you'd be the safe harbor. Safe harbor. The words stung sweet. We laughed about old fights, and when Roman arrived late from class, flushed and apologetic, the three of us clicked like puzzle pieces. Lincoln teased Roman about his coming-out glow-up, and for the first time, I saw my ex not as a villain but family. But cracks spiderwebbed fast. Rumors swirled on campus. Lacrosse guys ribbing Roman about going soft. A leaked snap from a party showing us too close. Then Mia pulled me aside after a screening. Babe, watch your back. Lincoln's been talking to that theater crowd. And not all good. I brushed it off, jealousy maybe, but doubt gnawed. One night, post-game celebration at a dive bar in the East Village. Roman got hammered on cheap whiskey, confessing louder than he should. Elias, is it for me? He slurred to a circle of teammates, arms slung heavy around me. Cheers turned to side eyes, and by closing time, a burly defenseman cornered us outside. You turning, Rome? That's some fag shit. The slur hit like ice water. Roman shoved him, fists clenched, but I pulled him away, heart pounding. Back in the dorm, he paced like a caged wolf. I can't lose the team. This, us, it's everything, but what? I pressed, voice steady despite the quake inside. He stopped, eyes wild. Lincoln says I should go public. Own it. But what if it tanks everything? Lincoln. Again the advisor. I swallowed the spike of unease. Is that what you want? Roman deflated, pulling me into a hug that smelled of sweat and smoke. I want you. Just give me time. Time became our thief. November brought midterms, the city frosting over, and Lincoln's visits more frequent. He'd crash on our futon, regaling us with Broadway gossip, but his eyes on Roman sharpened, possessive, almost. One evening, I walked in on them deep in conversation, heads bent close. You deserve better than hiding, Lincoln was saying, hand on Roman's knee. I cleared my throat, feigning lightness. Interrupting bromance hour? Lincoln grinned, but it didn't reach his eyes. Roman flushed, mumbling about notes. That night, alone in the hall laundry, I scrolled old texts from Lincoln cold. Final. Was this payback? Sowing doubt to reclaim what he'd lost? The climax hit like a nor'easter 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. Roman's big game against Columbia. Sold-out crowd at Sheridan Stadium. Banners whipping in the wind. I sat with Mia in the bleachers. Nerves electric. Lincoln beside us nursing a flask. He's killing it, Lincoln shouted over the roar as Roman scored the opener. Jersey soaked, grin triumphant. Halftime glory. But whispers rippled. A teammate, Jake, had overheard Roman's bar confession and spread it like wildfire. By third quarter, chants turned ugly, ferry forward, and Roman faltered, stick slipping on a pass. Columbia tied it, then surged ahead. In the locker room break, rumor had it, Jake confronted him, shoving Roman against the lockers. You're done, man. Coach knows. I didn't see it. Lincoln did, bursting into the stands mid-game, face ashen. It's bad. Jake's got a video from the bar. He's threatening to post unless Roman quits the team. Betrayal burned hot. Video? How? My mind raced to Lincoln's phone, always out during drinks. Mia gripped my arm. He wouldn't, but he had. The whistle blew. Roman played on, a ghost of himself, as Columbia pulled away 8-5. Post-game, the lot emptied fast, teammates scattering like roaches. We found Roman in the dorm, ice packed to his split lip, eyes hollow. Who? He rasped, spotting us. Lincoln hovered, guilt etched deep. I pieced it, fury rising. Lincoln. The video, he was there. He set it up. Lincoln's denial crumbled under Roman's stare. I did it for you, he blurted. To force your hand. Hiding's killing you, Rome. I thought, if the world knew, you'd fight back. With me. With him. Not us. The room spun. Roman's face crumpled. Betrayal twice over. From blood and almost love. You used me. Used Elias's pain to. What? Make me like you. Lincoln reached, desperate. We're family. I love you. Get out. Roman's voice broke the air like thunder. Lincoln fled, door slamming echoes. In the wreckage, Roman turned to me, trembling. I'm sorry. For all of it. I cupped his face, thumbs brushing tears. We fight together. Or not at all. We chose together. Roman reported Jake to the dean. Hate speech, assault, and benched himself voluntarily, citing personal reasons. The team fractured. Some rallied, others ghosted. Campus erupted. Protests for queer athletes, articles in the Villager hailing Roman as a trailblazer. Lincoln vanished. A terse apology email months later. I was wrong. Forgive yourself, not me. Winter thawed into spring. The city blooming defiant. Roman and I navigated the fallout, therapy sessions in the village, pride flags in our window. He switched to ultimate frisbee, found a new crew that cheered louder. Our love deepened, not in grand gestures but quiet ones. Shared hoodies on subway rides, fingers laced under cafe tables. Graduation loomed, caps and gowns a blur. On a humid June eve, rooftop of our dorm, now just ours, sublet to echoes. We watched fireworks burst over the harbor. Roman pulled a ring from his pocket. Not diamond, but a simple silver band etched with shatterproof. "Marry me?" he asked, voice steady as the skyline. "Not today, but someday, when we're ready." Tears pricked. I nodded, slipping it on. Always. America's promise isn't perfection. It's the mess, the mending. We carried scars. Lincoln's shadow, the slurs etched in memory. But in each other we found grace. Human, flawed, unbreakable. The rain that started it all fell softer now, washing clean what it could. The summer after sophomore year hit like a heat wave, sticky and unrelenting, turning our dorm into a sweatbox even with the ancient AC wheezing like an old man. Roman and I had signed the lease extension, cheap rent, proximity to internships, but mostly it was about stealing time before the world pulled us apart. He landed a gig coaching kids lacrosse in Brooklyn. I waitressed at a Soho bistro, slinging overpriced salads to tourists while scribbling scripts on napkins. Evenings, we'd collapse together, bodies tangled in exhaustion, his head on my chest listening to my heartbeat like it was his favorite song. That ring, our promise band, became talisman. We'd trace it during quiet moments, a reminder that the chaos of fall hadn't broken us. But healing isn't linear. Ghosts lingered. Roman woke some nights thrashing, murmuring about lockers and jeers. I'd hold him until dawn, whispering, "You're here, with me."
Lincoln's absence échouait de l'Oudest.
No calls, no sightings, but his betrayal festered like an untreated wound. Mia dug a little. Her gossip network spanned the arts scene, and confirmed he'd transferred to Juilliard, chasing spotlights uptown. "Dodged a bullet," she said over iced coffees in Tompkins Square. "But Rome? He's gold." She was right. Roman bloomed in the open air, coming out publicly. Via a raw Instagram post mid-semester, photo of us at the game with caption, "Not hiding anymore. Love wins, even when it hurts," had unlocked him. Comments flooded. Supporters, trolls, a few ex-teammates sliding into DMs with awkward apologies. He responded with grace, blocking the hate, amplifying the love. "It's not about them," he'd tell me. "It's about us being real." Yet doubt crept in mine. Late shifts left me scrolling Lincoln's old profiles, public now, posts of rehearsals and hookups that twisted the knife. Was I just the rebound? The safe choice after his brother's meddling? Roman sensed it, pulling me close one sticky night. "Hey!" he murmured, lips brushing my temple. "You're not second place. You're the whole damn game." His words mended but life tested. July brought Roman's family visit. Mom from Ohio, Dad the stoic mechanic trailing reluctance. We'd prepped photos of the boys as pals, no PDA. But tension crackled from the airport shuttle. Mrs. Hayes, warm, peroxide blonde, hugged me like kin, chattering about Buckeyes and Broadway. Mr. Hayes grunted hellos, eyes appraising Roman's new earring like it was contraband. Dinner at Carmine's, family-style platters heaped high, turned interrogation. "So, Elias?" Dad boomed over veal parm. "You two still thick as thieves?" Roman's fork paused. I caught his flinch. "Thicker," I quipped, winking. "He's stuck with me now." Laughter rippled, but Dad's gaze sharpened on the ring. Mine peeking from my sleeve. "What's that? Team thing?" Roman swallowed hard. "Personal. Means a lot." The table stilled. Mom beamed oblivious. Dad's jaw set. Back at the dorm, post-drop-off at JFK, Roman paced. "He knows. Saw it in his eyes." "Does it matter?" I asked, pulling him down. "Yes. No. Fuck." Tears welled, rare for him. "I want them there at the end. Weddings, whatever. But if he can't." We didn't finish. Instead, I kissed him slow, pouring reassurance into every touch. That night, under the fan's lazy whirl, we mapped futures. Grad school for me, pro coaching for him, maybe a dog in a walk-up Queens apartment. Dreams wove safety nets. August cooled with back-to-school buzz. Campus thrummed. Freshmen wide-eyed. Upperclassmen jaded. Roman tried out for club lacrosse. I directed a short film for my thesis, casting him as the brooding lead. Filming in abandoned lots off Houston. Him in leather jacket reciting lines about lost boys, blurred art and life. Cut! I'd yell, then steal a kiss, crew whooping. But Lincoln resurfaced like a bad sequel. A mutual from theater emailed. Saw him at a cast party. Asked about you too. Seemed regretful. I deleted it, but Roman saw his face clouding. Should I talk to him?
No.
Sharp. Possessive. He doesn't deserve you. Yet curiosity gnawed. One crisp September Eve post-rehearsal, I wandered into an open mic at the bitter end. Greenwich Village haunt, dim lights and desperate dreamers. Lincoln was there on stage, monologuing a one-man show about fractured families. His voice, velvet over gravel, wove our story. The half-brother reveal, the closet's crush, a love twisted into sabotage. You think you saved them, he intoned, spotlight carving shadows on his face. But you just dragged them under. The crowd hushed. I gripped the bar, unseen and back. Applause thundered as he bowed, eyes scanning, locking on mine. Intermission, he cornered me by the bathrooms, scotch on his breath. Elias, didn't expect. Redemption arc? I snapped. Too late. He leaned close, voice low. I fucked up. For him, for us. Jealousy, yeah. You two glow like I never could with anyone. Vulnerability cracked his facade. For a heartbeat, I saw the boy I'd loved. Own it, I said, echoing his old advice. But from afar. He nodded, slipping me a card, his new short film screening. Watch, maybe it'll close the loop. I didn't go, but I told Roman every word. He listened, storm brewing. Then, let's invite him. Neutral ground. Coffee, no drama. Against my gut, we did. Washington Square Park. Leaves gold underfoot, pigeons scattering. Lincoln arrived early, contrite in hoodie and jeans. Words flowed cautious. Apologies layered thick, explanations thin. I pushed because I saw myself in you, Rome. Scared kid from Ohio, faking it. Roman nodded slow. And the video? Stupid, impulsive. I deleted it. Jake never had the real thing. A beat. Forgive. Roman glanced at me, our hands brushing under the table. Maybe, but trust? That's earned. Lincoln left lighter, a tentative bridge rebuilt. I hated it, the worm of worry, but Roman's peace mattered more. October mirrored last year's rain, but we danced in it now. Halloween party at Mia's loft. Roman as a flannel-clad lumberjack, me his city slicker prey. Costumes shed inhibitions. We grinded slow to indie folk, his hands mapping my back like braille. Whispers in my ear. Love you, Eli. First time spoken, sober. I melted, replying in kind. But November whispered warnings. Roman's game schedule clashed with my festival submission. Stress frayed us. A fight erupted over nothing. Forgotten laundry. Really? Escalating to shouts about carrying the load. Doors slammed. I crashed at Mia's, scrolling regrets till 3 a.m. Morning brought his text. Coffee? Please. Reconciliation at our cafe. Steam curling like peace flags. I hate fighting you, he said, lacing fingers. You're my home. Deeper talks followed, therapy insights. His dad's recent call. Gruff, proud of you. Son. No details, but progress. Mine, mom's visit planned, her acceptance a bomb. Thanksgiving loomed, families colliding. We flew Midwest tandem, Chicago for me, detour to Ohio. Hayes dinner, turkey dry, tension thick. Dad cornered Roman post-meal, garage shadows long. I hovered kitchen, eavesdropping mom's chatter. You're happy? Dad rumbled. That's what counts. The rest will figure. Roman's voice cracked. Thanks, Dad. Tears later on Amtrak back. He said it. Indirect, but I squeezed his hand. Growth. December blanketed New York in snow, wonderland grit. Holiday market strolls, chestnuts roasting. His arm around me unashamed. Lincoln sent a card, neutral, festive, thanking for the chance. We replied polite. Chapter closed. New Year's Eve, ball drop on TV, we toasted with cheap champagne. To us, Roman said, pulling me close. Fireworks outside echoed the burst in my chest. Love, not lust, profound as the skyline. But spring semester stirred undercurrents. A new guy in my film class, Theo, charismatic editor, flirty vibes, offered collab. Roman joked about it, but eyes shadowed. Just be you. Jealousy mirrored mine with Lincoln. We talked it out, boundaries drawn soft. Still, it pricked. Climax brewed slow. April showers birthed my short's premiere. Small theater off-Broadway. Crowd buzzing. Roman front row, beaming. Post-screening Q&A. Theo gushed praise. Hand lingering on my arm. Roman's smile tightened. Reception after. Wine flowing. Theo cornered me. Drink sometime? Solo. I demurred, but Roman saw, storming out mid-convo. Chased through rain-slick streets. Theater marquee glowing. What the fuck, Eli? Nothing. He's pushy. You glowed back. Hurt raw, voice breaking. Like with him. Him Lincoln. Ghosts again. We argued under awning, water sheeting down. You think I'd throw us away? After everything. He deflated, rain mingling tears. Scared. Of losing you to someone easier. Easier. The word gutted. I pulled him into alley shadows. Kiss fierce. Rain-soaked. You're it. Endgame. Panting. Foreheads pressed. Promise. Band says so. We laughed. Tension shattering like ice.
Theo Faye, cô la báp hay la tonic?
May bloomed forgiveness. Finals crushed, but we emerged, diplomas in sight. Senior summer beckoned, road trip planned. Route 66 echoes. One night, stargazing on Jersey roof, Roman turned. Marry me. For real. Fall after grad. Heart soared. Yes. Betrayal's echo? Faint now, lesson etched. Love demands vigilance, but trust's wild. Graduation weekend descended on NYU like confetti chaos. Caps airborne over Lincoln Center. Families flooding the village. Air thick with ambition and goodbyes. Roman and I navigated it arm in arm, unapologetic. His parents beaming from stands. Mine snapping pics with teary pride. Lincoln sent flowers, white lilies. Note reading, proud of you both. Break legs. We displayed them neutral. Bridge intact, not crossed. Post-ceremony brunch at Balthazar buzzed. Croissants flaky. Mimosas flowing. Toasts clinked. Mia's to queer kings. Dad Hayes's gruff to new chapters. Roman's eyes met mine across oysters. Love, unspoken vow. But endings birth beginnings fraught. Summer road trip. Us in a rented Mustang convertible, top down. Wind whipping from NYC to Chicago to Ohio detours. Playlists looped Springsteen and Chappell Roan. Stops at dive diners. Neon signs flickering confessions. One Nevada night. Motel neon buzzing. We made love. Not urgent, but reverent. Bodies mapping promises under scratchy sheets. Forever? He whispered post-glow. Damn right. Fall brought grad school for me, NYU MFA screenwriting grind. Roman coached at a Brooklyn academy. Kids idolizing his comeback story. We sublet a one-bed in Williamsburg. Exposed brick and fire escapes our kingdom. Ring stayed on, wedding whispers real. Small city hall rooftop vows. Yet conflict simmered subtle. Roman's coaching fame grew, local paper profile. From closet to captain. Admirers flooded. Fans. Flirts. One, a dad from the league, divorced, charming, lingered post-practice. Eyes on Roman too long. I saw stomach nodding but said nothing. Trust, right? Lincoln re-entered orbit gentle. A Juilliard showcase invite. His directorial debut. Queer retelling of our town. We went, front row, his vision raw, small town secrets exploding in empathy. Post-show hugs genuine. You inspired the brother arc, he admitted to Roman. Redemption's a bitch. Roman clapped his back. Keep writing it better. Over drinks at his after-party. Loft in Chelsea, fairy lights twinkling. Old wounds aired light. I was lost, Lincoln said, Scotch neat. You too? Compass. I softened, walls crumbling. Family, after all. Winter holidays tested. Hayes clan in Ohio. Full acceptance now. Dad carving turkey with jokes about city boys. My folks hosted Hanukkah fusion. Lax and lax. Roman fumbling dreidel but nailing the blessings. Laughter healed generational gashes. New Year, Central Park skate, we wobbled, fell, rose giggling. To messy miracles. I toasted with hot cider. Spring 2027 bloomed weddings. Ours, June 15th, humid but golden. Intimate. 50 souls, City Hall ceremony. Then rooftop at the Standard. Vows handwritten, mine. You caught me sleeping, woke me dreaming. His. Shattered my straight lines, built our forever. Rings exchanged, gold now, engraved dates. Dance floor spun to Wonderwall. His hand in mine, world fading. But climax loomed shadowed. July, post-honeymoon Cape Cod escape. Clams and dunes, salt air sealing us. A call shattered idle. Lincoln, voice wrecked. Rome? Is bad. Juilliard cut me. Review board, politics, they said. But it's me. Out too loud. Roman paced our kitchen, phone glued. Come stay. We'll figure. He did. Couch crash turned weeks. Lincoln job hunting. Auditions bombing, bottle emptying faster. Gratitude soured to reliance. Late nights, them bonding over brother shit. Me sidelined scripting alone. Tension peaked one stormy August eve. Thunder rumbling. Loft dark but for laptop glow. I walked in on them. Lincoln's head on Roman's shoulder, tears flowing. You get it, he sobbed. The fear of being too much. Roman comforted, hand stroking hair. Innocent, but echo of betrayal past. Jealousy flared, old and vicious. Am I interrupting? I bit, sarcasm shield. They sprang apart.
Roman. Eli. No.
Lincoln bolted to bathroom. Roman followed, door clicking shut. Muffled voices, then silence. I paced, rain lashing windows, heart replaying sabotages. Emergence. Faces drawn. Talk, Roman urged. Us on bed, Lincoln hovering. Words tumbled. My fear of patterns repeating, Lincoln's isolation weaponized against us. His confession. I leaned too hard. Habit. But I see you solid. Envy that. Roman mediated, voice steady. We're pack. But boundaries link. Therapy, not tense. Lincoln nodded, packing dawn. Love you both. Mean it. He left lighter, couch empty. Us reclaiming space. Fights followed, raw, necessary, peeling layers till core shone. Love is choice daily. Fall steadied. Lincoln landed off-Broadway gig. Calls sparse but warm. Roman's team won league. My pilot script optioned by indie studio. Life layered. Promotions. A puppy named Jax. Mutt rescue. Chaos incarnate. Anniversary first. Candlelit dinner at our first cafe. Shattered dorms to this. Roman toasted. Worth every crack. Tears pricked. Human as hell. Years blurred mosaic. 2030. Moved to brownstone in Bed-Stuy. Garden plot yielding tomatoes. Roman author's memoir. Straight lines. Bent hearts. Bestseller. Tours bonding us closer. I direct debut feature. Queer coming of age. Him cameo dad. Lincoln. Best man at our recommitment vow renewal. 10 years in Vegas whimsy. Elvis officiating laughs. His partner. A quiet painter. Fits seamless. Betrayals? Scars faded, stories now. We mentor. Campus talks. Youth groups. Sharing the hook. That rainy night confession. 1 November Eve 2035. Storm brewing like origin. We curl on couch. Jack snoring. Roman traces my ring. Caught you then. Keeping you always. I lean in, kiss soft. Ditto. America's grit. Not fairy tales, but fables of fight. We chose romance in ruins, humanity in hurt. Lang man amid mess. Our American dream, dented but dazzling. In the end, it's not the shatter that defines. It's the solder. And ours? Gold.